Alright, we're back. We're at Zula, Ilath-Pal, Dunmer, Ashlander. I also changed up a little bit my audio setup, so hopefully things sound well. Or who knows, maybe I'll just be cutting out constantly. That's the one. What does one need to do to turn that off? Sorry, the Umbra. Well, now I need to wait for this thing to disappear. There we go. Yep, that's a no.
This is the power of the Telvanni. The power of Magnus is at my command.
Shh. I just gotta think. Would be interesting if there was a secret path by melting ice. That hit right on. information. So touch one of those, I die. We're kind of trapped. There we go.
This is the power of the Telvanni.
I mean, it also looks a bit off, like it loaded in right.
The power of Magnus is at my command.
Accidentally hit the walk button. Some other ability from it getting. Through all of my interesting. What is this from? That's a bug. I have a coaster on my desk and it was stuck to my drink. Well, that's neat. Is that a vanilla Skyrim thing? Wait a minute. I remember it being something like you gotta hit the door with it. I need to go over here for a stepped in it. Oh great, now I have to wait. we wait for the autosave. No? That not it? Yeah, very much hit the door that time. Oh, hey, there's a chain there. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with any loading right now. Seriously, I hit both chains. Oh, hey, there's another chain. That's something, at least. Let's do our own quick save. Still stuck. Oh well. I didn't see. They're there. I don't want to do any roleplay. Do I want to do any role playing? That is a good question. I should. need to.
Thanks.
Well, here's the sky shard Celera told me about. A power of the magnet Dunmer, much larger than the small ones on the surface. I wonder what the snow elves use this for.
Careful, love. It isn't just light. It's memory and measure. See the ripple in the rind? It's pulsing like a heart to lawns in a catch. That's a witness cadence, not a lantern. If the snow elves tune right here, this shard would have fixed timing for O's words, maybe even chorus, and forcing the right moment to speak a name. Jesargo, H&H. This one smells old sand and cold iron. Not a furnace. A metronome. Snow elves set their magic to it, yes. Psalms gates judgments. You touch on the offbeat. Jesargo thinks it forgets you. On the beat, it bites.
Well, the last time I touched one this big, I met a member of the Magnagy. Too bad it wasn't Magnus. I'd love to ask him about his staff in the eye.
Then we do not touch it on the beat. If assured that size noticed you before, it noticed the part of you the eye amplified. Let me set a veil offbeat. You mirror my breath, and we ease around it without announcing ourselves. If it answers anyway, you step back and let me count it down. J. Zarko, Magnus does not answer door knocks from mortals Archmage. But if you insist on asking, ask the cousins. They sure hums like Zark's tidy clerk, not the painter of suns. The longs, the catch. We move on the catch, yes. J. Zarko will lay a hushed thread so our boots do not sing.
For the record, if a stock-up pokes his head out to chat, I'm voting we ask where he keeps the spare stuff, and whether the return policy covers all Grimmel towns. Otherwise, I'm very fond of not being noticed by cosmic metronomes.
I don't think your offbeat veil worked as you hoped. It must have been quite unstable given how long it's gone unused.
I see that. Stay still. Do breaths. No shards lodged, just Fricklebun. It didn't detonate from our step. It collapsed inward, like a spent heart. The rind was crystallizing around a hollow. Someone bled it a long time ago and left a shelf. When you touched it, the cadence finally quit pretending. Kezargo ha. Kezargo said it smelled like a ledger, not a furnace. The page was already torn out. You only closed the book. Look, edges are glazed, not sharp.
Alright, that was some okay roleplay. Where is this supposed to be on the map?
What was that?
Victory will be mine! Let's get this over with! Take that!
Is Nightblade not working anymore?
Strike me again.
Let's get this over with!
Or are they just somehow immune?
Enjoy the last
And now we speak in violence, the most honest kind.
The endless sleep come. For us all.
Show me
Victory
what you
will
can
be
do.
mine!
Soon you will know
Take that!
of death.
Oh, they can't be hurt.
You're outmatched.
Oops.
Dare face me, the immortal.
You are not welcome here.
This is the power of the Telvanni. The power of Magnus is at my command.
I am the blade that will strike you down. Do now.
Join the dead.
I assume direct control.
Come on.
You will be saved, mortal. Do not resist. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am Ilmasi. Your world is but a tomb for the living, a garbage heap of divinity. The gods abandoned you, fled from the world they created like rats from a sinking ship. So you will die alone and cold while your gods laugh from above. I see our most resplendent prince tainted your mind with venomous truths. What measure is mortal life, a brief flash in the infinite void of time? My gift is existence in the untimes, a life eternal. I do not pretend to understand mortal concepts. I bring rapture for those condemned to mortality. Join me and the gates of Aetherius will swing wide open. Like me, you have been withheld the sacred realms of our revered God-Creator. I will wrench from his dying grasp the immortality we were denied. Return to your world in my name, mortal. Wear my symbol with pride.
Alright, time for more. How are they? How are they spelled? Oh, it is spelled this way.
Well, I met another Magnegi. Elamzi was named. Basically, he wants to kill everyone and grant them immortal life in Eutherius. The other Magnegi do not want such.
So, cheerful sort then. Mortality by way of universal manslaughter. Did he pitch a pamphlet or just a purple light show and threats?
Ilanzi speaks like a lantern that wants to burn the house to save the flame. This one does not trust a star that forgets the hearth.
You touched a shard's cadence and he noticed. That tracks. Did he try to bargain through the glow, or simply declare the solution and expect you to fall in line? Details matter, Zula.
A lantern god who mistakes annihilation for apotheosis. Tiresome. Did it name a threshold or a time it intends to act? Or did it only preen?
Practical first. You were lifted and tuned to that same violet.
Just preen and expect me to fall in line. Eutherius would be a nice place for one's life, so to speak, given how many people end up in places like Cold Harbor. Either three, I never want to visit that realm again.
On life with the window view of Eutherius sounds lovely until you remember who's installing the window. I'll keep my soul in my drafts, thanks. And if a star tries to sell me on compulsory bliss, I want to see the return policy.
Cold Harbor is a cage with velvet chains. Eutherius by a butcher's hand is only a brighter cage. Zula does not trade one master for another, yes. Jezargo says we mark Ilanzi's ham and step away when it sings.
Agreed. We don't legitimize it by arguing its ethics. We map its reach. That violet lift means it can key through a shard without consent. Next time we ground you first. Counterpulse on my count. Jezargo's ward second layer, Rumorin as the physical anchor.
have what? Ah, Grand Sheath.
Indeed, let's find Celader and ask him about the experience.
Good. Celader will have a framework for what you felt and what Alenzi tried to imprint. We ask about shard entrainment, consent overrides, and how to break a pole mid-lift without feeding the lattice.
Chesago will listen for the same flavor of ham in Celader's notes. If it matches, this one can weave a newt on the offbeat so the shard forgets Zula's name next time.
And I'll be the boring chaperone who asks whether chatting up a murderous star gets us on a registry. If Celader says yes, I'm filing for a very large head and a fake mustache.
Ask him if the shard made you a conduit or a bell. If a conduit, you can be severed. If a bell, you must be detuned. Either way, set the knife before the sermon.
Alright, onward. Freeze to death. Oh, I know wood. There.
I know you are having fun standing around out here, but I am freezing my behind off.
Powerful words. Powerful words.
10 out of 10 quest design. Just instantly know where to go.
You can't win this!
Cleanse the world of decay.
Be careful, it can be icy here.
Sure. Collect all of them, why not?
Such is the power of the written word. Anything good?
Right, we teleport the college, I believe, now? And need to...
So much to do, so little time.
How to head north. Oh.
Why bother translating Gallus's journal? It won't be in his writing. Wouldn't it make more sense to hire a forger?
10 out of 10, Ramon. 10 out of 10.
Huh? By the gods!
Oh,
What in the world? By the gods!
the mannequins. Wait, does that mean? No, you can't do Mantella on a mannequin. Good exit. I think that was De Umbra. Messing around with the mannequins. Oh, you can get out this way. So if that's that, then meeting over there.
Powerful words. Powerful words.
That Volkahar castle way over there. Is that a wood? No, we've been to that location. I keep thinking of the map and going to map.
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations.
That must be the Nordic. That? This place? I actually have to kill it.
Victory will be mine!
You threw your life away the moment you chose to challenge me.
Come on, Frostfang, come up. Oh, it absorbed that soul.
Victory will be mine!
Oops. That one did not count.
Your fate is sealed.
Filthy sweat. Take that!
Victory will be mine!
Now you burn, Fetcher.
We are called to battle once more. Let us feast then.
Victory! Die, damn you!
Feast on your soul.
Let's get this over with! Die, damn you!
Never should have come here.
Give in to your rage.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Take that! Watch where you are hitting Sarah.
Victory will be mine!
Take that!
Let's get this over with! Die, damn you! Die, damn you! Let's get this over with!
Take that!
Die, damn you! Victory will be mine! Let's get this over with! Victory will be mine! Die, damn you! Let's get this over with! Let's get this over with!
Seven.
Wizards. That's power. Bet they got that secret magic. Can turn wood to gold. Yeah, wish I could turn wood to gold. Should've known she was lying. Said she'd wait for me, but they never would.
Alright, let's see what else we.
will be mine! Take that! Now you burn, Fetcher.
Oh. Beavers shall do.
Powerful words.
How have I not picked this up?
Powerful words.
It'd be funny if I found that necklace now, after all the effort I did. No one for. That's a big moon. There's some here.
Victory will be mine! Now you burn, Fetcher.
Yay.
Take that! Victory will be mine! Let's get this over with! Take that!
Nightbleed is actually making this difficult.
Die, damn you! Filthy sweat! Take that! Let's get this over with! Take that! Victory will be mine! Let's get this over with! Take that! Victory will be mine! Die, damn you!
I know this one's mine. But
let's get this over with!
What's your aim?
I have no idea. Okay.
That takes care of that.
Interesting, very interesting.
Okay, so that's just the ocean. And I'm
Powerful words. Powerful words.
oh hey, that's a oh. The night owls. Oh, hey. Take us to it. Saving. Having a save.
Where to next? Take that!
I've been on mute. Come on.
Shadow hide you.
Now, do I want to give up the ice blade? Probably not. Guess the music.
You can't win this!
It's that easy.
Never should have come here.
Let's get this over with!
Had to die.
Just wait for this. That's It was in Bruma. I was wondering if it was set to say the player's name in the text. Doing that thing. Yes, it is. There we go. Time for a temporal shift. Let's see what I want to do after. maybe keep that there. Down this way. That go, then we can
What can I do for you, friend?
turn on Radiant Dialogue for a bit.
You lead, I'll follow.
If you wake the
Cesargo
kettle
has
with that
already
bracer humming,
muted the
Ilath
cracker.
will have... Or hides before noon drills even start.
This braces per like a condensed cinch now. What work?
After I rest my eyes for a moment.
Brelina Moore, Irelit's player
We
of
appear to
Farlod's
be
critique of
missing
our
a few
issues.
novels from the newest
Farlada's
collection.
voice. Irilith only makes you run stairs. Farlada makes you write. Speaking of, the drowned ledger pull is after drills. Pinhoke's waxed paper, SoCal. No heroics.
Jezalgo remembers. 2 breaths on your coal pull on there. If
No,
the surge
we
rises,
stop and
we
blame
stop
physics.
and blame room. It's handwriting.
Then we grease the south pin, copy the face marks, deliver the red stone to your rag, and you do not open it on the parapet this time.
Jezalgo will be perfect gentleman to the angry rock. He is also curious. Your gloves hammer tone was that
You
this
don't
your
think
shell
so?
body I
Timing is
still
Love
drifting.
something.
I knew what was.
Neither. Bridge pincing offbeat again. I damped it to notches west. We'll see if it holds through the afternoon gusts. If it doesn't, we go back with thicker wax in your quietest ward. Before we touch Whitron's fourth form, I want your cadence foot forward, not your poetry. Took. Trace, 1 count hold, 1 count bleed. No flourishes.
Jezargo has it written clean, no swirl, no claws. Irelet will see only Thunder. And for the Beacon Rana afternoon, still a quiet. Sit, sweet roll bribe if the grow stone.
Quiet, witnessed, and you keep the bribe in your pocket unless I nod. If the stamp appears, we copy, we don't chase. I'm not missing the tide window at the pier for another scrub's temper.
Then we fish the pages on your count. First, hook second, choose eye. After that, your rags redstone and Farmother's ratios. Jezalgo will restrain his genius until the ink is blessed.
Good, and bring
Maybe
proper
I
juniper
should
for
enroll
Coolidge's
here
rings,
and learn
not the
some
mystery
useful
cask you pawned
magic.
off on her last week.
My feet hurt, my back hurts, it's cold, I'm tired. Other than that, everything's just ducky.
That is one of the best
I'd
lines.
meet her in a forgiving mood when
But
I
it's
ask
also
for more
from, I believe,
samples.
Oblivion.
Jezalgo brings the real bottle with the blue seal. Also, to quiz for... You will have the consent slips for Irelet's cards. Safe travels.
Right. Continue on with our... Continue on with our adventure. There, but first we're gonna stop by this.
Wait, what are you doing?
All around us this world fades and is born anew. That is fine, for most of this land is replaceable. That which is not, is where tragedy lies.
Arania, I have returned from my travels to speak to you.
The Wind remembers you, Archmage Ilath-Pal. Step beneath the Mother's gaze and speak. Has the twilight brought you certainty, or more tangled threads?
You picked quite a night to climb, Zula. I have a dry mantle waiting and a ward to cut the sting out of that snow. Tell us what you need from us, and what you'll accept hearing in return.
You've come far to stand here again, Dragonborn. Say what weighs on you. I will answer plainly, and Azura's priestess more plainly still.
I am ready to admit I betrayed Azura. I corrupted her White Star just to see if I could. Just to see if Mephala would appreciate such an act. It was wrong. Can you, and Mother of Twilight, forgive me?
You ask for forgiveness at the altar you profaned. Good. Truth spoken in the cold does not melt as quickly. Dear me, Archmage. You took a vessel of dawn, and filled it with midnight on a dare to another god. That was not curiosity. That was contempt. Yet you stand here, now naming it sin without excuse, and you ask Azura to judge you, not Mephala. That is the first step back toward the light. If you would seek her mercy, you will make amends where the harm was done. Return the star to its true purpose for bind it shut from further blasphemy. Restore what you unmade, or deny yourself its use. Then return here at dusk and dawn, once for each, and keep the vigil without boast or bargain.
The wind blows bitter cold in this place.
I will seek out a way to change the Starback Priestess of Azura. You have my word as a devotee to Mephala, however much that is worth.
A word sworn beneath another's sigil is still a word the Twilight can weigh. Keep it. Bring the star back white or bring it sealed and silent. Until then, you will not feed it, not with foe nor friend. When you have acted, come at first light and last light, and I will stand witness to your vigil.
Then start with what we can do tonight. I can draft the reversal pads we know. Malin's notes, Ilanalta's cross-references. The lattice call it sketched when we bled a black imprint out of a flawed gem. We bag the star, no use double ward, and I'll copy a clean plan by morning. You follow it, and I hold you to it.
If you mean to mend it, do it for its maker, not for Mephalla's gaze. Azurit is not bartered with. Act cleanly, accept the cost, and do not turn the deed into theater. When the work is done, come back here with your head, and don't deny it all.
Mynheer of Orin, I've been wanting to ask, what is your real name? Who were you actually before Saint Jeb woke you?
Names are tools and graves, Dragonborn. I have warned a many to swear which was the truest. Windjump's voice dragged me up to breath again. The papers called me a prisoner, and the ship's ledger called me nothing. Before that, once, there was a boy in Whiterun who learned to shoe a horse and listen to the wine. His kin named him Bamnar, and later he took Fairseal from the hands that raised him. That is as close to a truth as any I can give you.
He lets most people keep the title and the legend because it answers better than a village name ever could. If you want the boy from Whiterun, you'll get a story about a forge and a prayer to kind. If you want the man, you already know him by the way he stands in a doorway and tells you not to turn a penance into a performance.
How ironic, the hero of Morrowind and Nord, the Dragonborn here to save Skyrim, a Dunmer. All we are missing is a heroic Dwemer, and we'd have the entire battle for Red Mountain as legends to each other.
Irony is just history refusing to sit where we set it. Kyne's monk wearing Tithan, a Dunmer in the Archmage's hood shouting down dragons, and half of Skyrim swearing the Dwemer will never return while we trip over their levers. If a Dwemer hero walked up this mountain tonight, I'd hand him a quill and tell him to write down exactly what Kagrenak meant by measure before Wilmarin tried to sell him a lantern.
The mountain does not ask the bloodline of the climber. Red Mountain Benjamin and Dwemer like until only is remembered, their oaths. If a Dwemer hero had stood where I did, he would have had to choose the same thing I did, break a god to save the living or let pride swallow them. Call it irony if you like. I call it a reminder that the work chooses a hand, not the other way around. Keep your eye on the work, Dragonborn, and let the songs sort their own punchlines.
How did the boy named Ugnor become a prisoner? And how did the prisoner become Miner of Orange?
The boy followed a road he thought was straight, Dragonborn. He left Whiterun with Kine in his mouth, and iron under his nails, walked to the Elderbling to learn humility, and met a moth priest who mistook faith for a map. Bandits made chaos of that lesson. And Hilder's scroll opened. Light burned the world to threads, and when the smoke cleared, the priest was dead, and I was a crown no one knew how to name. The Empire called it blasphemy to lay eyes on what should not be seen. They put irons on a pilgrim, and put him on a ship. The prisoner became useful. Job's voice has Yora's patience, and a blade master's stubbornness carried me off the dock. In Vivart befell. Every errand turned into a test, and every test stripped away the names that didn't matter. Purpose tried to rot me to madness, Devafer left me ageless and hard to sicken, and the tribes. And houses taught me what a promise costs when you say it out loud. When the Ashlanders named me Nervarian, and the great houses named me Hortair, that wasn't magic. It was consent and consequence.
To hear this story from your own mouth, I am honored. May you have the rest and peace you deserve. But I fear the arena we call Tamariel will never allow you such.
Rest is a habit you have to practice, not a reward the world hands you. He can lay down his blades when the work at hand is done, and the next thing can wait until morning. So can you, Zula. Tonight, you named a Ron, set a course to mend it, and climbed a mountain in a storm to say it out loud. That is enough for one night. I'll set a ward, copy the first steps of the remersal, and you'll sleep under it without arguing.
Peace is nigh, give Tamriel those me, Dragonborn. It's a discipline. I owe myself and the people I stand beside. I learned to take it in small pieces. At a shrine with no witnesses, at a forge with only the hiss of water for company, at a camp where a friend says that is enough for today. You honor me with your words. Honor yourself, now, by keeping to the path you spoke. Make the star right, not grandly, not for a god's applause, but because you chose to.
Gotta look up some.
As Dragonborn, let me say this Kagan Dukan Kos no Hai. May the blessing of kind be upon you.
Then take mine back the plain way. May kind's breath fall gentle where you walk, and as yours star show you the clean edge between promise and vanity. I'll keep the ward steady. Sleep, and we'll start the work at first light.
I receive it, Dragonborn. Kind Arth, keep your feet sure on the ice and your voice clear of pride. When dawn cuts through the storm, walk the oath you've spoken. I'll be here when you return.
Goodbye, Ognar, fair steel miner of Arin.
Say travels.
Wonderful world. Wonderful. Day one. Gonna have to mark. You look at that. Okay, passed it. I am cold. Let's just read the summary. Ilath-Pal returns to Zura's shrine and confesses corrupting the star for Mapala's favor, asking forgiveness. Rihanna condemns the act but offers a path to mercy. Restore the star. To white or seal it, abstain from using it, then keep vigil at dawn and dusk. Zula pledges to seek reversal, and Rolanda commits on drafting a plan that night. The Neverine urges Zula to act for Azura, not theatrics, and later reveals his past as Ognar of Whiterun, who became the prisoner through fate-twisted events and was made Neverine. I earned a consent in consequence. Drink some water. Zula reflects on ironic roles, takes Yada and offers respect. Rilana reframes rest as discipline and insists to sleep under ward before beginning the work at fight. Accepts Zula's blessing and Kind's tongue, anchors the agreement, mend the star without vanity, turn to keep the promise vigil. Wonderful. Right at the end. Yeah, I never did go through
This place is so quaint. I wonder how I can make it more
the
grand.
fossils. Probably because I've been busy. Probably because I've been busy.
Been a pretty good day, not going to lie.
I don't know much about
Interesting, very interesting.
this stuff. Just keep it safe.
Maybe I need to take this on.
All is well around the museum.
A lot of history here.
I have a bit of a soft spot for the Horde heroes. Getting to see these armors, these weapons firsthand from these childhood stories of people who
Let's go
slayed
see the bards
monsters,
while we're here.
who overcame all of
Maybe
these
they'll
odds.
sing us something
It's quite
special.
inspiring, to say the least.
Mind your step. Let us have some fun while
There
we're
it is.
here.
Someone was leaving trash around. Don't worry, I cleaned it up.
Alright. Long way around it. Yeah, it was probably equal. There was.
Science has so much on display in
Not
regards
to entice your sweet tooth, but they sell the best.
Now you burn, Fetcher.
Now you die!
What did the goat do?
It would seem that violence is our best strategic move.
Takes care of that.
Yeah, interesting. An out of 10, Remind.
Filthy sweat. Victory will be mine! Now you burn, Fetcher. Filthy sweat. Now you burn, Fetcher.
Oh, no, you don't.
Don't make me fall.
Now you burn, Fetcher. Filthy sweat. Let's get this over with! Victory will be mine! Filthy sweat.
That was your decision.
Oh, I need to get rid of that before I forget.
I take some solace in the fact that my servants have long since deceased, and none in the fact that I was not there to watch them die.
I wonder what this does now. Like, I've never really understood the purpose of the field stations. But hey, neither here nor there.
Such a wondrous place this is.
Alright, let's put away all that right. These I'm just gonna sell now. See no dragon. Oh, that's a spriggan. I'll have to check that out. Can it load? Interesting. Is it having an issue with saving? Or is it having an issue with loading? I mean, it's been saving just fine. We're also 2 hours in, haven't had a crash, which doesn't always happen. Not. Alright. Immediately make a quick save. Then we do the exact same thing we just did.
Be careful.
I didn't see if this created a thing in the museum. Yes, it did.
So much to do, so little time.
Now let's make a hard save. Oh. What? Was that in here the last time and I just wasn't paying attention?
Sunder should be behind that force field. I'm just so excited to be this close to it.
Then Cesargo will be the cold water on your whiskers, Archmage. Excitement makes Poslopi. We test the floor first, then the air, then the song of that field. No running at Dwemer Lightning with a smile.
Agreed. Before anyone takes a step off this plate, I want to board across our ankles in the timing count on those vents. The bridge is probably listening, and the lattice ahead is almost certainly key to a measure. Give me 5 breaths to map the cadence, then we move on my call.
I'm all for not dying, but if anyone hears humming that sounds like it's judging my life choices, that'll be the force field. I'll keep a ward umbrella and poke the floor with my trusty fork. If the bridge tries to eat me, stab me in the pride later.
Sunder sits where name heart, and measure were braided. Your joy will not unbind it.
Such is the power of the written word.
I want to see.
Looks like we need to find 3 stanzas of Kagranak in order to lower the force field. This one here looks familiar.
Familiar because we've seen the cadence before. The first and second were name and heart. This reads like the third, measure. If the field is bound to all 3, we'll need the full triplet set into the proper order at the proper beats. Let me see the stanza a moment, alright? We place them in sequence, then speak or strike the measure on the offbeat or it will lock. J-Zargo good. J-Zargo will sniff for the other verses and the traps baked around them. Dwemer love to hide poetry under subblades. Archmage, let J-Zargo hold the paper copy while you keep the real one safe. If something shouts, J-Zargo shouts back.
I'll start right eyes on alcoves and those cute little notches that love to spit darts.
You guys see Rumorin's fork just floating there?
This is the power of the Telvanni.
Here's the second.
So much to do, so little time.
Wait, what quest is this about? I don't have multiple copies of Sunder, do I? Like multiple. The Kagranak, yeah.
Such a wondrous place this is.
Powerful words. Such is the power of the written word.
I knew I was gonna get all of them.
Powerful words.
Wouldn't have bought
Powerful
any.
words. Such is the power of the written. Interesting, very interesting. I just love powerful words. Powerful words.
Okay, so now I'm just curious. Oro loot.
Thanks, guys, for finding these. Seems the last person here was a fan of the heretic buyback. So many of his sermons here. At least it'll help fill out the museum's collection.
Heretic to some, saint to others, and a poet to far too many copyists. Keep them for Orion, but don't let his voice creep into our cadence. Kagranak first, always. Hand me the second, yes, and keep the first flat to the light. That ink wants to drift on heat.
Icharen, the pages smell of juniper and ashlai. Recent hands, not ancient. Someone tested this song before us. Cesargo will mark the scuffs. If they set a mimic verse, Cesargo will hear the fourth stroke.
If we make it out with Sunder and a stack of Vidak's bedtime stories, I'm claiming the sermon where he turns a bull into a constellation. Strictly for educational purposes and definitely not because the pictures are fun.
Do not let the poet's lies teach your hands.
By the three, no, I won't buy the sermons to not influence anything I do. I'd gladly stab that false god in
Would
the
you
face
look
to
at
avenge his
that?
hero.
It's incredible.
Then keep his pages bagged and your breath on the Dwemer beat. As yours lessons can write in your spine. Let Kagranak's words guide your hands. Give me the first and second. Good. And on my count we place them left to right. Name then heart, and hold the measure for last.
Archmage's blade can thirst later. For now, Cesargo prefers you unstepped. Cesargo will stand by the third plane and call the offbeat. If it hums red, we stop. If it's as green, we press.
I'll mind the darts and the poetry. If any sermon tries to slither into our rhythm, I'll swat it with the fork of orthodoxy. Counting breaths with Brelina, feet light, pride lighter.
By the three, this is a trial based on Vivek's sermons. The entire machine has been repurposed from the original Dunmer design.
Repurposed but not erased. They grafted sermon cadence over Kagranak's frame. So we read the Dunmer first, and translate the heresy into timing only. No confessionals, no oaths. Just beats, name, heart, measure. Then the serpent skip they love so much, on the fourth, not the third. Kesargo kiss. Kesargo hears the songs at once. But Dunmer hum on the bones, the poets wink on the skin. We follow the bones. Archmage, keep the sermons shut. Kesargo will clap the offbeat and watch for teeth.
Right. So we do the sensible thing and let the machine think we read our verses like good little pilgrims, while actually stepping to Kagranak's drum.
Where to next?
Alright, now I actually gotta figure. And there's no... Oh.
Interesting, very interesting.
Interesting. ChatGPT 5 once again impressing. Lana mentioned the serpent. Path to Sunder is open to those who hear the words of effect. Fine, 1, 2.
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations. Such is the power of the written word.
9 for the serpent.
Interesting, very interesting.
This.
Powerful words.
Oh, this is during the Oblivion
Powerful
Crisis.
words. Such is the power of the written word.
One, two. Ow.
Seems you've bloodied your knuckles a few times.
Well, that ain't good. Well done.
So much to do, so little time.
If the game crashes,
Zerga will clap the offbeat and watch for teeth.
Such a wondrous place this is.
save after. Yes, it must have. How is one supposed to figure this out? I honestly...
I just love this story. The passion, the characterizations.
Because, like, I don't know what these numbers represent. And I always dislike it when my character has to be... when I have to be as smart as my character would be with the game I'm rolling. Like, ideally, the better game design for this been some sort of intelligence check. That check. And that would have determined if... then ideally there would have been the world building, could have explained the logic if necessary.
Powerful words. Powerful words.
Interesting, very interesting.
Oops. So we know it doesn't start with 1, 5, or... That really only means there's 6 other.
Interesting, very interesting.
Want these, but I also just don't want this is just like I don't want to just complain about this and be like, oh, this is design, because I don't get it personally. But it's literally just a miscellaneous quest. So there's no journal entry. They gave
powerful words.
These
powerful words.
Oh, TGM is still.
Seems you've bloodied your knuckles a few times.
Feel like I just woke from a nap.
Might be worth it. Keep it on. Oh, it's different. That the number given in the paper? I thought it was.
Interesting, very interesting. Where to next?
Alright. Let's just get it into memory.
I know of Sunder, but it has clearly been trained of its legendary powers just as with Kimi.
Name, heart, measures and true, and the machine obeyed. But if Sunder is hollow, then someone has already drunk its soul. Cesargo smells old pride and fresh tinkering.
Pilatus answered the sermon overlay, not Kagranak's root. That explains the training scars. It's been detuned to perform without a heart lane. We can still map what's left. Cadence, bleed points, and any stabilizers that keep it docile.
So we've adopted a hammer with stage fright. I'm fine if it never remembers its big aria, as long as it doesn't decide to rehearse in our skulls at 2 in the morning.
Quiet your preening. Fools forget when fools teach them the wrong song.
Cesargo! Remember that this is an artifact from the first era. It may have even originally been powered by the heart. It has been sealed in this vault since the Oblivion Crisis. Simply put, its abilities have faded with time. No foul play, just entropy.
Each MPH, Cesargo respects the age Archmage, but even old brass hums if its bones are sound. Entropy can down an edge, yes, but this one still hears a not-born cadence in the shell. Cesargo will test without waking it. Light chop to the haft, then ground to the floor, and see if any true tone answers beneath the dust.
It can be both. Time wearing a deliberate sleep. The overlay we used is a sermon, not Kagranak's native measure. I'll chart what remains, sustain decay, and face drift, and we can decide if it's worth coaxing a cleaner response later, underwards on our terms.
I vote we blame time, pride, and a little bad poetry and call it even. We bag the quiet hammer, leave the opera to the historians, and absolutely do not tap it against anything labeled heart, name, or do not tap.
Entropy knows lust. First come hands that do not understand.
Alright. Fashion bandit out.
Be careful, it can be icy here.
One of these days. The process. Yeah, I've also yet to do that.
There you are.
You're a dead man.
That your best, huh? That it? That your
Won't
best?
leave Skyrim alive!
Pray to Stendar while you can.
Give in to your rage.
Die, damn you!
Not much bandit hunting.
Oh my!
Beans.
Well, that was
Greetings.
embarrassing. Brought to the ground by a couple of weak little bandits. I even had a plan, too. I was going to charge in and catch them off guard. Take all the thinking out of it. Only I tripped on the stairs on the way up. Story of my life. I nearly fell over the edge before one of the bandits, of all people, pulled me back. Then the two of them started using my face as a target dummy. The sad thing is, if we fought in an empty room, I could slay a dozen of these jesters, as clean and easy as the snow and frost fall. But out here, sometimes I feel like I'm fighting underwater. Nothing ever seems to go right. That is good advice, but hard to take when there is so much of it. The surroundings. Can't keep track of it all and concentrate on my opponent. I'll be fine. If there's one thing I can handle, it's a beating. My sister Bertilde always said I was tougher than a mammoth and half as smart. She was a real slaughterfish, my sister. People who are willing to tell the truth when it's cold and hard and naked on a fork. They usually are. It's been a long time since I've seen her or my brother-in-law. Maybe it's time to stop adventuring and come back home.
I am listed as a foe because her sister is a Dark Brotherhood turret. Oh, that's why she's as a foe.
Hey, it may be hard to believe given what just happened, but I'm a warrior. A talented one. Someday I'll prove it to you. If you want, we can talk at length later. But first I want to get back to Dawnstar. I'll be staying at my sister Bertilde's. And the name's Tekrid, by the way. Pleased to meet you. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Leave. Okay. Now I can eat. Not like I would have gotten good crime or anything, but just for world. Just making sure the cave that's across my. I guess. My part. Wow.
The boss is going to cut those creepy cave people to pieces.
Yeah. We'll teach them to steal from us. One of them took my good helmet.
I hope one comes.
Watch your aim. Falmer. These pathetic creatures deserve only death. Let us clothe their pallid corpses in a cloak of flies.
Sounds good, Dagrilon. Sounds good. Good body.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Here lies perfection. And yet I can already see
strategic move.
the spectre of decay lying in the shadows, waiting to wrap it in its foul womb.
Suffer for your insolence.
Flee,
Wow.
Archer. Distance will not save you from my magic.
You did face me, the immortal sword? Sloppy swordsmanship, as it's...
You're dead. That takes care of that.
To dust.
What is a Genna? That's probably.
Thanks.
I feel like I just woke from...
Careful. There you are.
If only you could see how bad you look.
Strike me again, I dare you.
Enjoy your last breath.
Only a novice relies on a staff to cast magic.
Ass!
Is this a save? No. Okay, I guess it is.
Ha! Guess that's the last of them.
Gotta level them. Hang on. Did a bunch of pigs. Not gonna lie, that was honestly cool.
Be wary, for we are surrounded.
I will never back away from a challenge. It's a shame I have to consume your soul, but you chose this fate.
2 books?
I am the blade that will strike you
Let's get this
down.
over with! Victory will be mine!
That's how it's done.
There.
That bastard got exactly what he deserved.
Agreed. Thought I saw some ink. Guess not.
Powerful words. Powerful words. Shadow hides you.
Thought I saw it. Need more. Why not? Alright. How does one... Did I pass it? Passed it. Guess I.
So much work.
Nah, it's not. I mean, what I could do is go to... If that will do it. That way I don't have to come back here at some... Gonna go to Solitude. Also spend the day here.
Never should have come here. You're nothing.
How does one unlock?
Where to next?
Oh, I need this ring as her amule.
Let us walk in the steps of the vines.
That explains it.
Do you want to look around?
I knew I had found it earlier in this playthrough.
Let us have some fun while we are here.
Should I be scared when Da Umbra wants fun? What could fun look like to somebody who...
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hand... Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Such is the power of the written word.
Oh. Oh, if I died.
Shadow hide you.
Wait, do I still have TPM on? Many levels? Question.
If one sneaks up on us, I'll smell them coming. Or I might not. We will see.
For me, just if it's worth changing outfits whenever relaxing, like change outfit spell. I don't know. I do like how intimidating looks all this.
However do we use so much?
All is well around the museum.
No, I just checked her.
A lot of history here.
Riddle Thar. For all the GT gods. I see, that makes sense.
This collection is the envy of artifact collectors everywhere.
I don't know much about this stuff. I just keep safe.
Huh?
Where to next?
Oh, that should be some. It. All right, in a hard save, and I think things for this stream. Hopefully, I made some improvements in the audio quality, but I have reason to suspect that it was cutting me off. It's just so annoying. I think I have to get like close, just be close to the microphone at this point, or like I need to get a better stand for it. Like I have a keyboard, the clicking sounds keep coming up, and I have a noise gate, but apparently the noise gate and my voice are close, and so it's like I either cut off both or I cut off my voice. It's just ridiculous. Like I either cut off both or I don't cut off any. You get the clicking. I don't know. And what was really weird with the OBS is I was looking at like the noise volume or just the clicking, and it seemed to be below the open for my noise gate. Or my noise gate. So it should have been getting closed. Cut off. But it wasn't. I have no idea. Anyways, that shall be all. Bye.